You might find this scenario familiar. 7 loss for the week, thinking that if just at this rate, a friend's gathering to sit at home and to lose money. You know exactly what was wrong. Your psychology. So you opened YouTube, search videos on trading psychology. You were searching in the wrong place. Stick around because by the end of this, I'll give you a 10 trade test that tells you in 10 minutes whether discipline was ever your real problem. I'm trying to get this channel to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year so more traders can see this before they spend years chasing the wrong fix like I did. If that's useful to you, subscribe button is right there. 3 things I want to go through in this video. First, why psychology diagnosis feels so convincing. Second, a 10 trade test to find out if discipline is actually the problem. Third, where does psychology actually matters? Here's the pipeline I believe in for years. If I train myself to be monk-like and not care about the results, I will be disciplined. If I'm disciplined, I'll follow my trading rules. If I follow my rules, I will be profitable. So I did the work, I read the books, I meditate, and did my breathing exercise before the session. I journaled every trade. I told myself to think in probabilities, and I kept losing. What's worse, every loss confirmed the diagnosis. Clearly, I haven't fixed my mind enough yet. So I bought the next book. The cycle fed itself for years because underneath all that peace and calm sat a strategy from a YouTube guru. He said, it worked during New York. I never collected my own data on it. I didn't know the win rate. I didn't know the drawdown. I didn't know the expected value. There was nothing under the mindset work except for a stranger's word. If meditation worked, every monk will be profitable trader. So why is fix your psychology the loudest advice in trading? Because it is comforting. It means the strategy was fine. The guru was right. The missing piece is inside you, and you can work on you. You are not losing. You are on a self-mastery journey. And it sells books, courses, mindset coaching. Nobody needs a track record to sell you discipline. The diagnosis flatters everyone involved, and it fixes nothing. Here's the test. Pull out your last 10 emotional traits. The ones you blamed on discipline, the revenge entries, the early exits, the stop you move. For each one, write down the exact written rule it broke. A rule that existed before you took the trade. Be strict about written. I overtraded is not a rule. Maximum 2 trades per session is a rule. If it only lives in your head, it doesn't count. Head rules get rewritten mid-trade. If you can't name the rule, there was no rule. And you cannot be undisciplined about rules that doesn't exist. Some of you will feel every single role of the emotional trades, but most traders can't even feel one role. I ran this test on my own history. 1 week stands out. New strategy from another guru. Sweep and retest. He showed 5 wins from the previous week. Who wouldn't want that? I risked 1% per trade like a good student. Monday, 2 losses. Tuesday, 1. Wednesday, 0. Thursday, 1. And Friday, 3 losses. Because I wanted to end the week green. 7 losses 1 week. For years, I found that under weak discipline. Now, apply the test. Which written rule did Friday break? There wasn't one. No tested entry criteria. No maximum trades per day. No rule from when the market didn't fit the setup. My system was based off a stranger's video. That week wasn't a discipline failure. There was nothing to be disciplined about. You don't have a psychology problem. You have a process problem. Years of my trading went sideways like that. New strategies, new losses, new psychology book. What finally held was boring. One system, tested properly. 1,000 back-tested trades collected by me on my own charts, not a guru's screenshot. Here are my live numbers from trading it. Win rate 18.9%, average winner 6.34R, average drawdown 2.76% of the account. Now, the part that surprised me, the emotions never left. I still feel the pull after 2 losses. I still want the money back at the end of the day. Losing is supposed to sting, it still does. The difference is the emotions stopped having a vote. When you know roughly 1 trade in 5 wins, a loss stops being information about you. It's the data doing exactly what the data said it would do. When you have watched your system survive losing streaks across 1,000 backtested trades, a red week is already planned. It's priced in before the week started. That's the part no book can hand you. Trading psychology built on affirmations collapse on the next losing streak. Trading psychology built on your own numbers holds because you've already seen the streak in the data. A losing Friday looks different now. I don't open YouTube hunting for the next system. I close the chart, sit on my sofa, and enjoy my night. Same emotions, no vote. Now, the honest part. Psychology is real. It just doesn't live where the industry told you it lives. Once a tested system exists, a new problem shows up. Running it under stress, following a written rule on your third loss for the day is a genuine skill. It has nothing to do with finding the rule in the first place. That's why I have a 2-loss rule. Those are execution problems. First, you build the system. You test it until your own data says it has an edge. Only then does discipline even mean anything. Discipline is measured against written rule. No rule, no discipline. Nothing to deviate from. Psychology is the last 10% of this game. The industry sells it as the first 90% because the first 90% is boring. It is a spreadsheet. It's months of unpaid testing. You can't package that as a breakthrough. The last 10% is real work too, but it's specific work with specific rules attached, not a vague war against your own feeling. Run the order honestly. Don't buy the meditation app before your backtest data exists. That's fixing the driver when the car has no engine. Your turn. Pull out your last 10 trades that you blame it on emotion. Number them down on the left side of the page. Next to each other, write the exact written rule it broke, word for word, from your trading plan. Then count the blank rows. Every blank is a rule that never existed. That's not a discipline problem. That's your missing system, showing you exactly where to start building. Start the role that cost you the most money. Write the rule that will have stopped it. 1 sentence. Testable. That's day 1 of a real system. If every role is filled, you are the other case. Go watch my video on why you keep breaking your rules you actually have. If you don't have a journal to run this test on, mine is free in the description below. I'll see you next week.